Another thing to consider is how is the room lit? Or in other words, how bright does a projector need to be? Though it's ideal to have your projector in a pitch black space, it's often not really the reality that you're going to be able to work in those conditions. The brightness of a projector is measured in lumens, which is basically a measurement of the total amount of visible light created from the source. The more lumens, the brighter the image. However, the larger the distance the light needs to travel, the less concentrated the beam of light will be. So right now I have an example for you just regarding the amount of ambient light and why that's important in a room. So you notice that in this room that we have right here, there's a fair amount of light, being that it's on a set bouncing off the screen. So you're still being able to see the border and the trim of the screen. In an ideal situation like a theater, for example, where it's pitch black, it's perfect color control, perfect brightness control. And that's what you really are aiming for. Sometimes you can't get away with that, like in the setup that we are in today, but if you can, it's the most ideal. And the other thing you have to watch out for is windows or any spotlights or stage lights that might be bleeding light onto the screen as well. Sometimes it'll create like a fade. Like for example, I'll just show you with my light here. If you put light on any particular space of the screen, you can see it kind of washes out a spot. Or even if you have it lower to an edge, it just kind of creates a bright spot on the screen, which can be a nuisance to your viewers. So you just really got to keep in mind what type of light you're going to be dealing with and be proactive and just place your screen in a place where it's going to get the least amount of competition for light. This is why it's important to have controlled lighting in the area that you're going to place your screen. If there's too much ambient light being reflected off the screen, it can wash out your image or create dim spots or affect your contrast in certain areas. It's also important to have a flat white surface to reflect the image. Projecting on a dark or colored surface will throw off the contrast and color balance, basically degrading the overall quality and brightness of the image.